In October 2025, I had begun to seriously regret ever selling my old Alfa Romeo GTV. Next thing I know, I'm embarking on a 3.5-hour train ride north through the Welsh countryside with nothing to keep me occupied but a delicious ham and cheese croissant and a near infinite supply of Auto Alex videos on YouTube. On no sign of the guy yet. Let's see if he shows up. Kind of excited, but you don't want to get too excited, do you? You want to make sure you give a good objective viewpoint of the car. Don't want to buy anything that's, heart over head too much, but then it is an Alfa, so what do you expect? People say to me it's a stupid decision buying an old Alfa, but in fairness, it's a stupid decision I've done before, so I know what I'm doing. In the end, the guy did show up, but unfortunately the car was nowhere near as good as I'd hoped, and to be honest, nowhere near as good as described. A little bit annoyed, and somewhat put out, I jumped back on the train, went back down south, and got looking on the forums. And that's where I found this. It's a year 2000 model, a little bit earlier than I was hoping for, with some minor crash damage and an issue with the idle control valve. However, it was very near to where I live, and it was going pretty cheap. The problem was, I couldn't contact the guy on the forum because neither of us had the clout to send private messages. So all we could do was have a look on Street View, creepily find out where the guy lived, and go and knock the door. Having done a deal at £550, I was now the proud owner of an Alfa GTV in blue, which liked to cut out at idle, so I had to fix that before we could drive it home. Let's have a look at you. Oh god, it's heavy when you've not got the assistance, isn't it? Right, yeah, so if we can get the flexi hose off there, and then just have a look at it.
On the other side.
Yeah, we're doing somewhere. We'll do.
It's not the best umbrella, it's a bit bent. But
Oh, that's the knackered headlight anyway.
Yeah, that's why that's why it's stuck.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, let's have a look at this. So if we get these couple of clips off. We took off the intake flexi hose to get at the throttle body and doused it all in carb cleaner. Next thing to do, see if it'll start. I mean, it's all covered in crap, but it's cleaner than it was, and hopefully the hinges are cleaner.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. Let's get that together.
But you're going to need a new sensor because that's lost its cover, unless it's under tray somewhere.
According to the seller, the main cutting out problem was caused by the idle stepper motor on the throttle. Couldn't do an awful lot about this at the time, so we thought let's just turn the idle screw up and get it running and see if we can make it home. All right, okay. Great stuff.
Right, start it. Ready. I turn the aircon off, yeah. Try giving it a few stabs with throttle and see if it dies. It's just setting itself down now.
If I dip it really sharply, it's like, and then it goes, and then it's like a little bit delayed. Come in.
Obviously still high idle at the moment, but
850 is about right, and it's sat at about 900, I'd say, so it's not far off.
I think it might also be that sensor's got a load of crud in it, if it's lost the back end of it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
That could be why they've, said it needs a new throttle body, because the back end's fallen of it and stuff's getting in it. I think that might be good enough to get back.
Is it worth just giving it like half a turn?
I don't want to screw around because it might mess other things up.
If we get half a turn, we can always do half a turn
Okay.
back. We know where it was, man. Oh, so that's way lower.
Is it lower there?
Yeah.
I'll go the other way.
That's quite far now, yeah.
Okay,
That's about
so
1800.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you want to drop back off time a little bit?
Didn't see your thumb until last time.
Yeah, sorry. That's about, what's that, 1250, 1300? That'll do for now, won't it? That'll get us back.
So it's probably hunting.
It's still hunting a bit, yeah.
That will be because it's trying to, the idle control circuit's confused.
Yeah, that's all right. It doesn't work anyway, so
well, that's the problem.
That's fine.
It's trying to correct it.
Yeah, that's all right.
The idle's too high.
Yeah, well,
let's
give that a go. Yeah, exactly. Let's give that a go. Lick the stamp and send it.
Stamp the throttle and just see if it behaves.
That's all right. Yeah, it'll come down slow anyway.
It and it picks back up, which is
classic idle control valve anyway. Yeah. Let's see if we can get back to back home. What we're doing. It's all right. 550 quid. All right. So far, so good. We're just going along a country lane, trying to stay off the really big roads, just in case somewhere you can't really stop and it all goes wrong. Yeah, we've got the idle up to about 1400 just by turning the screw, so hopefully that will help it stop cutting out. See if we can limp it back, get it on the driveway. We're good then, aren't we? So it's going to need some belts, definitely. The belts, we don't know when they were last done, so be very careful on a snap of the cam belt. Yeah, otherwise it's done just shy of 98,000 miles. My uncle would be moaning now, effing cyclists, why are they getting on the effing roads, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, they're allowed as much as we are, but admittedly, when you're trying to limp a poorly car home, it's not so convenient. Pick your time, mate, come on. Yeah, let's keep the revs not too high, not too low. Gently nurse it back, and we can do some work on it. Oh no, just spotted a chip in the windscreen. Oh man, that's a shame. That's called Gavin from Autoglass. That's Gavin from Autoglass. Was he always from the Midlands? Or was that what I heard growing up in the Midlands on the radio? And it, down in Bristol, was it like, here, I'm Gavin from Autoglass? I don't know, did they have it differently? It's driving alright, you know, it handles lovely. Feels relatively solid on the road. It seems to hold the road nicely, and no squeaks or bumps or rattles or any of that stuff. That's always good. So fingers crossed we can get a decent car out of this. It's not bad.
Later that evening, I decided to find out why the ignition key wouldn't open the passenger door, only to find that what I thought was the spare key was actually the passenger door key. It was a totally different lock. As I didn't have a separate fob, I wanted to find out whether there was an alarm fitted or not.
Can't really tell much. There should be some alarm wiring under there somewhere, but I'm not sure there is. Because what I'm not seeing around here, I'm not seeing sensors. Maybe it didn't. To be honest, I don't really care about the alarm, because third-party alarms like we're fitted to this, they're always crap. I'm more concerned about central locking. I mean, it's a different key for the passenger side to the driver's side, but most cars don't have a passenger side key anyway, so if central locking works, that'll do. Let's see if I can find some wires, see if I can get it to work. Alright, so I'm outside trying to sort this lock out, but have a look at this, right? So if I turn this round, oh man, I've got fewer hands than I need, but the lock over there, so you can just about see that, I think. So now, holding this with my fourth hand, driver's side key, it's working. That's what I want it, right? Because now I've got central locking. This car fixes itself. 550 quid. Blimey. Here we are back with the old Alfa for 500 quid or so. So let's have another quick look at it here. So this is the main damage that's been done. Somebody's, well, the previous owner, the engine cut out because of this throttle issue, lost the brake servo, I guess they just left the clutch pressed down or something, and overshot the junction slightly. So it's just kind of, it's the fiberglass. All of this, not metal here, it's all just fiberglass. To be honest, where it's all folding up here and scratched, it might be at some point a new bonnet job or replacement bonnet job, but for now I'll get this just sort of tidied up a little bit, and it does the job. It's functional. It's just not pretty. The bumper here, bumper itself again, tiny crack. To be honest, might get away with that. A little bit of crack here in the paint. The main thing is I think the bumper mount has bent that way a bit, and to be honest, they're kind of sacrificial, so we'll replace that. The wheel on this side has been mildly boshed, but if we go around here, the badge is in nice nick. This side of the bonnet, absolutely fine. Mild scuff here, that hit something, and then of course, yeah, the state of this wheel is not so happy at all. They've really properly curbed it there. Not a whole load of tread left on these tyres. So looking inside here, it is absolutely lovely. The driver's seat over there, a little bit of wear on that little bolster by the door as people get in, scrape their jeans. The usual kind of like slightly cracking in the leather where it just sort of ages, a bit of patina. But look at this passenger seat here. You know, from the lovely Momo embossing there to the very subtle but elegant Alfa Romeo sort of bit of stamping in the leather there as well, and then just this entire seat is absolutely as new. And if we look in the back here, unsurprisingly, because there's no leg room, but the back seats are also pretty well
perfect. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. The interior is about as good as you're ever going to get in a 25-year-old Alfa Romeo. All right, let's have a look where the problems are. Oh, that is heavy. Now, other than a missing heat shield here, it all looks pretty good. That aircon compressor is less than a year old, so that's been done pretty recently, that's good. The timing belt, I don't have any evidence to prove that it's been done since 2011, so that is desperate. So I'm not going to start this again, I'm going to do that first. Otherwise, the main issue is down here with the throttle body, we believe at least. So we've adjusted the throttle stop, which apparently is a bit iffy because it's very hard to recalibrate, but it's the only way to drive it home safely, so we had to. And then down here, you've got this black box there. That controls the throttle position at idle. Just does a bit of fluctuating to keep it all stable. They're known to gum up. So I'm going to take that apart, have a look. Hopefully we can repair that, because they're kind of hard to find these days. That's why we think it's been cutting out at idle. So turning the throttle up a bit, turning the idle screw up, meant it didn't cut out. That was pretty good. And the other thing to do, which I'll do today, is the headlight. I've got another one of these to replace it with. That shouldn't be too bad a job, I've done that before. So yeah, I think we're all good. And just to make it a bit easier, Alfa Romeo very kindly give you a little spot here just to rest your cappuccino while you're working on it. So join me next time to see if I can get the bumper realigned, some rust sorted out, the cam belt changed, and the car running properly in a single weekend in time to take it up to the Midlands for the NEC Classic Car Show.